Hello, everyone. My name is Melissa from Free and Fit, where we work on helping people to free their mind so that they can then free their body to do whatever it is that they want to do. So today's topic is going to be on letting go. And letting go is something that we have to practice daily. A lot of times we need to know how to let go of anything that's no longer serving us. And my quote for today is your day to let go of things that no longer serve you. And just the other day, I was cleaning out my closet. I was doing spring cleaning, even though it's not spring anymore. So it's fall cleaning, but every time around my birthday, I want to just kind of revamp things. And so, yes, I was doing some noon cleaning and, getting rid of things and clothes that, I really think about it, like, I'm not going to wear 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And even if the style comes back, I will be in a position to just buy another one. Rather than it taking up space in my closet, someone else could be enjoying it. And so I had several bags of clothes that I donated to Goodwill and to other organizations. So, but it just brings me back to how important it is for us to know how to let go. So that's one thing. That's probably the easy thing, but sometimes hard to let go of people and relationships that we thought were going to, be something more long term. And then you find out things are a little different from how it started. So I wanted to share 8 tips that's helped me to practice this art and process of letting go. And this is just my thoughts. I am a clinical social worker, and so I do work with clients and help them with all kinds of things: anxiety, depression, grief. And this is one of the things that I have even suggested, and also I practice for my own self. And so it doesn't, if it works for you, that's wonderful. If it doesn't, there may be something else. But again, this is just from my own experience and what I've studied and learned, and that I hope that it helps you too. So first, let's start with the first thing that my man Michael Jackson told us to do. Start with the man in the mirror or woman in the mirror. And so we have to be honest with ourselves. I actually read a quote the other day that said, I thought it was so funny. It said, how do we expect him or her to be honest with you when they're lying to themselves? And so that just had me to think that, a lot of times we lie to ourselves about things. And it's not necessarily intentional. It's a way to manage the emotions or the pain of not succeeding, of whatever it is that we wanted to. So we lie to ourselves and pretend like, yeah, we have this. It's a lot of times self-esteem, it's the confidence. And so, yeah, so people do that. And so that's when we have to understand having compassion for those people and not be too angry at them, because they're doing it. They have their own struggles and they're trying to make this life and survive. And you kind of came into it, and they don't even know how to navigate through that. So anyways, back to the first point is being honest with ourselves about what it is that we want. And what is it that we don't want? What is going to make us happy? And to not look at the outside, the fluff, going deep within. So that's number 1. And number 2, it's important to notice how you feel. And so that's where meditation that I've more recently over the last couple years have started to embrace. We have to tune into our bodies. Our bodies know the score, as in Bessel van der Kolk says. There's a book called The Body Knows the Score. Our body knows what's happening, and so it's important for us to tune into it. And what better time to do that is in the mornings. And so what I put into my practices in the mornings, I'll spend just about 10 minutes just to meditate, just checking in on what's happening. What am I feeling? What thoughts are going through my mind? And then we can proceed from there. So a lot of times we want to be distracted with social media, with things that are going on, drama here and there. And it's just a distraction. We need to also incorporate spending time with ourselves and tuning in. Number 3, make a decision about what feels good and what doesn't. So I like when I was doing my closet, the Maria Kondo system. One of the ways I was able to eliminate stuff, because I did have a hard time getting rid of things, because it's like, oh, they're so sentimental. But I had to ask myself, does this bring me joy? Does this bring me joy anymore? Like, yeah, 10 years ago, I loved it. Like, I had this cute little blazer that, I wore like to death because it just was so cute and looked good with everything. But right now, it doesn't look so good. It's like tired. It's worn out. It's like, please let me go to jacket heaven, but it's like, we have to know, does this bring me joy anymore? And if it doesn't, to just thank it for the time that you had with it and let it go, So I really like that. And let's use an example with a relationship. So yeah, in the beginning of this relationship, it was great. You had fun and things were wonderful. You're in that honeymoon stage. And then now you are recognizing that I don't feel so free anymore. Like, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells with this person. That's back to number 1, being honest. Like, this doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel natural anymore. I'm not able to be my authentic self. And so you have to look at that and make a decision. I'm going to have to let this go. Okay, so really tuning in they're all kind of going together, tuning into how you feel. And so then number 4 is be clear on why this is no longer serving you. Because our brain is so magnificent in rationalizing things because it likes the status quo. So if you've been in this relationship, for instance, for a number of years or months, however long, and you've developed a pattern, a habit, your mind wants like, let's leave things how it is. And so even when you're tuning in and picking up things are not right, your brain has a way of but so what? He's a little moody sometimes. Aren't we all? So what, he called your name? So what, he cut you off? So what, he didn't follow up with what he said he was going to do? And so you find yourself letting all these little things go, letting, him push past your boundaries. And so it's really important to be clear. So why this is no longer bringing you joy, why this relationship has changed. I suggest writing things down because it helps to really put it out on paper as opposed to just circling around in your brain. So when you're clear on it, you can always refer back to it and read it. Like, oh, it's because this day and the other day he lied, or he, said something that irritated me, and when I brought it up, he dismissed it. So be really concise and clear with that. And then this is something I like to do every day, is practice gratitude and appreciation. So it's going back to, so if you realize I have to let this relationship go, I have to let whatever it is, this habit go, practice gratitude and appreciation for it. Because at one point it was good, it was serving you. So when we're able to just say, thank you for showing me who I am, or helping me to really solidify what it is, my needs. I believe nothing happens for no reason. And so this person's come into your life and has been helpful in you making it clear about what it is, who you are, what your needs and desires are, what your can't stands, I'm not putting up with are, and you can just thank them for that and appreciate it. And being grateful for what the person or the item has served for you. So that kind of goes back to a little bit with the Marie Kondo system. Um, Now we're at number 6. Create affirmations to help you. I am big on affirmations because I think that they are helpful in creating reprogramming almost, because um, it's things that we tell ourselves. Our self-talk, back to the purpose of free and fit, freeing your mind so that you can free your body. When you are able to change some of the programming that's been instilled in your mind from since you were a child, you're able to have a better life. And so if you have a program that says, I'm not worthy, because of criticism, because of things that, bullies, family members unknowingly have done and said that you've internalized, now is a time to reprogram yourself, reprogram your mind to say, I am worthy, and remind yourself of all the great things that make you worthy, as we are all worthy. And so I love affirmations. They help reframe the stories that we tell ourselves and rewire our brains. And so here are some that I like. Everything I need in my life already exists within me. I gently release my need for control. I let go of all expectations. In letting go, I'll allow myself to receive my dreams, hopes, and desires. I accept that others may not share my path or desires. Each time I breathe, I relax and let go. I trust my intuition. I gently embrace my past disappointments with care and insight, and I let them go. My mind is free from distractions and my vision is clear. I feel empowered in my choice to let go. And so you can write those on a little sticky note. I have sticky notes all over, and you can read those every day. It's suggested reading it 2-3 times a day to really internalize the belief. Number 7, do something that brings you closer to your goals. So when you're in the midst of this, letting go process, there's this constant battle with, did I make the right decision? Is this something I should do? I should go back because it's just easier. And, your brain goes back and forth, back and forth. That's part of that grieving process. What I've found helpful is if you focus on whatever your purpose is or whatever projects that you've had that you didn't finish, use that energy and use that time that you may now have more available and do that project. You might not feel like it, but just use that time and just make maybe an hour, half an hour. Okay, I'm going to dedicate this half hour and finish that book that I started. Half an hour to, work on this, other project that I've had a dream of. Because lots of relationships are distractions. And some people are distractions in your relationship. They're calling you just to gossip about things, and you're just falling into it, or you're sitting there watching TV, watching these, programs that are just kind of just stealing your time. And so this would be a good time to focus your energy and finish that project. Because guess what? Now, what I find is that you would connect that bad experience or negative experience of having that, let go to something positive, because I finished my book. I finished that project. And so now it's almost like you've created a positive thing out of it. And now it's like, man, it's a good thing that happened, because if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have done this. So that's a good thing that can come out of it. And then the last one, number 8, do what brings you joy. I'm big on having fun. Life is too short to not enjoy every single day. Like, do something that brings you joy. Talk to friends you haven't reached out to in a long time. Exercise. I'm big on exercise. If you look at my Instagram, you'll see I'm always posting some workouts that I'm doing. or create something. Use that right brain and create something um, beautiful, whatever that is. Start a blog, start a group, but do something fun. And so that's the 8 that I have. If you have any comments, or if you have some suggestions and ideas of what you do when you find that you have to let go, write them down in the comments. I would love to chit chat with you. Thank you so much for joining me and listening to me, and have a great day.